Now what? Yes, it had online PvP. And it had career mode, which was a non-online PvP, but you still had to be online to play it because sometimes online players can join career mode and join your game. It depends on if they're on your friends list. High class is the high end of every tier class vehicle that there is. So this vehicle right here that we're seeing is a class D. Okay. I know this based off of all the vehicles that's in the game. Class D maxed out and it's like basically a C. Class C vehicles that are basically Class B. Class B that are basically Class A. Class A that are basically Class S. And Class S that are basically S+. Okay? That's what high class is. And yes, it is an online multiplayer racing event. You have to use the best vehicle you have of every single class, and hopefully you win. That's basically the gist of this. So now we're gonna watch. This is a Class A big rig, according to the gameplay footage. So what do you think of this truck? I mean, you look at this, it's an 8 vehicle race. There's 4 big trucks and 4 small cars. What do you think would win? Yes. Okay, if you notice that wall was green. In the last clip we watched, those walls were red. Do you know why that is?
I don't know why.
Okay, it was because only bigger vehicles can pass through those walls.
Makes sense.
What? You can get up to 7 on a 8-player race. The most you can get in a race is dictated by how many vehicles there are that are your opponents.
That makes sense. But have you ever seen
Yes.
not the inside of the hole, because it's a lot.
It's very hard to pull off. I've done it. I've done it, but it's very hard to pull off. Too bad I didn't get it on camera. Well, they aren't bots on high class. High class is all actual people. But it is possible. If you're really good at the game, you can do it. It's just very hard to pull stuff like this off. Because everybody's out to get everybody on all multiplayer. This track is on Asphalt 8 as well.
Where you going? Where you going? Is you okay? Oh yeah. You should not do that, dear.
You want to watch this van that's been turned into a monster truck? Yeah, this is a van. Think of the Mystery Machine. It's the same model van as that.
Okay.
But it's been turned into a monster truck.
Right. And so there's like other monster trucks and there's cars.
Yeah, there's very few cars in this one. Obviously, the monster truck vans are gonna win.
I mean, not so obviously.
They can. Depends on the rank of the vehicle. But monster trucks can get up to speeds faster than a small car in real life. They can, it's just not suggested. Because you know how easy it is to roll one of those things over? They're extremely top heavy. You make a curve fast enough, like look, this monster truck van is going 115 miles per hour right now. It says kilometers, but I'm converting it into roughly what it is in miles per hour. Basically, in real life, if this was going on in real life, this vehicle would roll. It wouldn't even make the curve. It would just roll right off the track. Regardless if you're trying to drift or not, it's gonna roll. What this? A two. I was close. I said 130. I was off by 10. I'm doing an estimated value. Because when you're going 150, you're going more like 300 kilometers. By some game's logic. But that's not off of real life math. See, when you convert this into miles per hour, it would come up with different numbers than what actual conversions would say. Which is not right, but who cares? It's a game. It's not meant to make sense. When I made this game, Chevy actually made a custom-made Camaro for Gameloft producers to use in this game.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was a specialty Chevy Camaro SS Modern Edition with off-road and four-wheel drive. It had off-road four-wheel drive, or you had the all-wheel drive with off-road, and it had monster mutters all the way around, including on the spare. I'm I'm assuming you know what a Monster Mutter tire is.
I don't actually.
Okay, it's, you know how some vehicles have tires that's bigger than the rim and it fills up a big space, and sometimes they have to lift their vehicle just to fit it on their vehicle.
I know now.
Yeah, the bigger the tire, Monster Mutters are generally about 3 to 4 times larger than a normal tire for that rim. Okay? Monster Mutters are also used on trucks, because trucks need the bigger tires for more traction. So that way they can handle heavier loads a lot easier. So like a 50-pound Monster Mutter tire can hold up just about as good as an 80-pound LT non-monster, but it's a mud and snow mixture tire. That and Monster Mutter is about equal. I actually have both on rims for a truck. So I feel like I should know the difference because I've driven a truck with Monster Mutters. Then I drove it with truck tires. Drives the same, still handles the weight the same. Like I could put over 1,000 pounds on the back of the truck. You know those big giant hay rounds that you see if you drive through the countryside?
I don't know what you mean.
Okay, they're the big yellow round things that sit out in a field.
I'm not saying that.
Okay. I'll show you what one is after this video, and then I'll explain it, okay?
Okay.
Maybe then you'll understand. Okay, I have to ask, out of all the vehicles you have seen, which one would you like if they brought it to Asphalt 9? Which would you use out of all the vehicles you've seen?
It isn't one that we're looking at right now.
What, the special edition Chevy Camaro SS?
Yeah.
Oh man. I would go with the tractor trailer. Yes, there's an ambulance, a tractor trailer, and some other vehicles. What? Yes! That's part of the object of the game. Take out the most players so you can cross out the finish line first. That's basically the object of every single Asphalt racing game that there is. You know how often people are at the front and they get run over in these games? A lot. Just go look at all my content. You'll see times where I'm in the front and I just get bulldozed over with like 3 cars all smacking my car at one time.
And you could have truck, so that would have
Yeah, small cars can't commit knockdowns on big trucks unless you achieve a perfect nitro.
okay, I see. I can see why you'd want to be a big truck.
Yeah, it takes perfect nitro or a shockwave. Shockwave by Asphalt 9 standards to take out a big truck. Shockwave takes out everything.
I see.
Can I skip this vehicle? I don't like this one. I've driven it. Or do you want to watch it?
You can skip it.
Okay. Okay. The only part I like about it is the drift handling it has. That's the only pro it had. Overall, the truck sucked. My opinion. And the brand is the same name as what mine is. That says a lot.
Word.
Yes. Okay, after this clip, we'll be able to see the next vehicle. I don't know what it is with people, but they always empty out their tank right at the finish line.
But why not?
You're just wasting your nitro if you're already in first and you're at least 0.5 of a mile ahead of everyone. Nobody's gonna catch you. You're at the finish line. There's no point in emptying out your nitro tanks.
There's also no point in that, right?
I mean, you do realize nitro, if you leave your tanks full sometimes, especially on this game, you were able to carry your nitro over into the next race.
That's interesting.
So, I'd be the guy that not empty out his tanks, still get first or second in a race, go and empty out the tanks at the beginning of the race, knocking out most of the players. And be like, bye, see ya.
That's the way of doing it.
Hey, at least I was taking out my competition swiftly at the beginning. I like this truck. This was one of my favorites. I've actually driven it in the game.
It's a monster truck that doesn't look like a van.
It's a monster truck that looks like an old Chevy. Same model. Wait, let's rewind here. I'll tell you if it's the same as my dad's. Okay, let's rewind. Hit play. Oh, darn, it's a round body. Yeah, it's still... It's actually the model right after my dad's trucks.
Right, we can say it's pretty close.
Yeah. It's close in time frame.
I see. That's cool.
Okay, I'm wondering. Oh, so I wasn't told. You said fire.
You know why I muted it?
Is it like copyrighted?
Yes, I don't want to copyright appear on the channel saying, this music's been copyrighted. Then I have to go spend 3 hours in studio changing the music out for stuff that's not copyrighted. But, you know, great gameplay footage. The first video, yeah, sure, I'll change it. I'll leave the music the same because it was really good music, and I don't think that one has a copyright. And mostly, you notice how many subs this person has. Yeah, you know what that means. This type of people used their own remix tapes when they were making these videos. Now, if this person comes into my video and says, hey, that's not true, we used this music, okay, I'll say I was wrong. But yeah, the person with the most subs actually only has like 50 more subs than I do. That's commented on my channel.
That's cool.
Now I do like these SUVs. A lot of the SUVs were really nice. They didn't even make it into any of the other games. I wish they did. Wish they would have brought all these cars. But then again, I heard Asphalt 10's supposed to have all cars from all the previous titles.
Like Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, basically you're gonna get all the Asphalt Xtreme, Asphalt 9, Asphalt 8, Asphalt Street Storm, Asphalt 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Nitro, Nitro 2, GT 2, GT, and I want to say there's more titles, but I don't want to be accused of being wrong. But yeah, there was a lot of titles in the Asphalt franchise.
I see.
Can you believe I've played this game, 8, 9, and Street Storm?
I can believe it.
Yeah. They did away with Street Storm not too long after it was released.
Is it not very good, isn't it?
No, everybody lost their vehicles, then complained that they had no vehicle for career mode. Well, you weren't supposed to do the pink slip races until you finished the game anyway. Unless it was in career mode. That was the only time you were allowed to do pink slips. Because they would reimburse your vehicle back to you even if you lost. So, I mean, you weren't gonna lose your vehicle in career mode. But when you're in multiplayer doing pinks, I'm pretty sure you know what pink slip races are. Please tell me you know.
car.
Okay, you take your title. If you're putting your title to your vehicle, basically on the line, saying, oh, if I lose this race, you can have my car.
I see.
That's what a pink slip race is. I really hope I get some subs soon. Okay, what did you think of the dune buggy?
The dune buggy.
That was the last vehicle you seen.
Was there dunes on the track?
No, a dune buggy is a four-wheel independent drive off-road vehicle. You don't really see those that often.
In real life?
You actually do. If you live out in the country like I do, you'll see it.
If so.
I have a side-by-side and my neighbor had a dune buggy and I told him if I can get the side-by-side to start because it was having an issue starting, I would go over there, just hook it to the front, hook the front of the dune buggy to the back of the side-by-side and just drag it over to the house because I wanted it. They didn't have it. Because it has a roll cage. Those things are basically indestructible. The only thing that can get hurt is your engine.
Oh, I see. That's not.
Yeah, that's why I wanted it, because I practically totaled the side-by-side out within the first 2 months of driving it. It was still drivable, but I totaled it. Figure it out. Now this is a car that's been turned into a monster truck. Another one of those. Well, actually, it's a four-wheel drive car that's been lifted, off-road package. Yeah. All the vehicles that was done like these was custom ordered by Gameloft. And the dealerships actually gave them the cars just for shoots. But we weren't going to take them up ramps because they would only get X amount of vehicles. If you take one up a ramp and you total it, chances are you might not get another one. Because these vehicles were actually really expensive to get made. I know Gameloft probably spent a lot of money to get vehicles stats off of dealerships because they had to pay to get stats and some off-road vehicles like this. Yeah, this is just a monstrosity on 4 wheels that was really good in the game. And I've raced on this track. This was one of my favorite tracks.
That thing looks huge.
Yeah, it is. Best vehicle that there was. Bulldozing straight through, taking every single shortcut there is. That's basically the name of the game when you got a monster truck. Oh, there's a wall? That wall ain't there no more. The worst thing is, you have to avoid trains on this map.
Okay.
Yes, there is a train that crosses the track, and if you...
Did he know what you want to do? He said he couldn't. He said he couldn't do something. He couldn't get your towel off. Okay, love you, hon. Bye. Okay, so you did put your tire back.
Yes. I can drive the car somewhat. Unless that rim bends more. Okay, now what do you think of this, really good car? I never even unlocked this. I had 5 blueprints left before I unlocked this, and I really wanted this car. Right before. Yeah, it's really good. I got to beta test the car out, and man, it's actually faster than the stats when you max it out. It's actually really fun to drive.
I've never seen a car that looks like that.
Custom built car. That's what that is.
It's a hipster.
Yes. But it's really good. Okay, when the speedometer got red, that means you hit the max, above the max normal speed on the car. That's what that was in this game. If you paid attention. Did you notice that?
I did not notice that.
Now, do you see the sponsors?
I have seen the sponsor.
Okay, do you know what that is? Where I have my mouse.
Xtreme. No, I do not know what that is.
Parts manufacturer for Subaru, I believe. GT1 is Formula 1 racing. They actually sponsored the game.
It's cool.
Yeah. Wonder why a Game Loft would sell a game that was getting paid for. To be honest, I think this was one of the better titles. Had they kept it and released 9 a little bit later, this game would have been a lot better. People would have loved this game. But not very many people installed it. Most people went to Asphalt 9 because Asphalt 9 came out about 5-6 weeks after this one. So which one do you play? This? Or a game that's brand new?
The game that's brand new.
Okay, then explain to me why somebody plays a game that's 3 generations back still.
Well, I guess if you would do that,
Okay, Asphalt 8 has features Asphalt 9 doesn't have. And Asphalt 8 is 3 generations back from Asphalt 9. It goes Asphalt 8, Asphalt Xtreme, Asphalt Street Storm, then Asphalt 9. So what did you think of this video?
I think it's really good on all different kinds of vehicles.
Yeah, I actually liked this game. I could install it on my phone, but it takes up a lot of space. Yeah, they only have Android version, and game got bought out by Netflix.
Netflix of all things, of all companies.
Yes. 2022, I want to say, is when Netflix bought the game.
Okay, guys. Come on, guys.
Up here's the last SUV for the video. Oh, look, that person made an excellent jump. Oh, another good jump. Oh, flat spin. Double flat spin. Alright. Not that easy to pull off in this game. Alright, got a knockdown. Oh. Through the middle knockdown. Right underneath the opponent. That's not actually that easy to pull off.
What are the point of points? Like, how would you guys get goals to be
Oh no. Tricks actually increase the money you get.
So you would do that if you would give up the card.
Yes, because all the cars costed currency to buy the blueprint boxes and all that. So, like, look, this person has 842,000. I'm rounding up for the sake of this example. Let's say I have a vehicle that I want to buy. All the loot crate boxes that would unlock the vehicle cost 100,000. This is an example.
Are you taking
Some of the vehicles were actually like that, but, you know, you get the point. You spend that much money just to buy all those crate boxes. Sometimes the crate boxes even come with other cars that you're not trying to unlock as well as the car you're getting. And your objective is to get all the cars in the game. What do you think of that?
Well, I thought the objective was to beat your opponents.
It is. That's primary objective. Second objective is to make as much money as possible in a single race.
I see.
Oh.
Okay.
Happy birthday.